Hello, welcome. My name is Austin Seagrave, and this is the fourth and concluding section of my third talk on the third evil, which is liberalism, the evil that follows on from its predecessors, Nazism and Communism. The subject of this concluding section is the green in Green Racist. So the liberalist young are busy with dad hating. So who is taking care of things? No one. And now there is a sick planet and humanity in mortal danger. And where's the doctor? Not among the young. The young cannot recognize the survival crisis unless it looks like a Rothschild conspiracy or something to patronize. For example, doing my bit for the environment, Greenpeace, Friends of the Earth, and the most insanity any human can reach, the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds slogan, giving nature a home. So those who patronize blacks now patronize the planet. And what is the truth of their patronizing of the planet? The greatest mass extinction event of biological history. Even Extinction Rebellion, valiant though they are, give the impression that what they are really defending is their playroom. And worse. An email from Extinction Rebellion sent Wednesday the 21st of August at 1849 begins thus. The climate and ecological crisis stems from a flawed system driven by greed, exploitation and inequality benefiting only a few. This is hatred, hatred as a solution. Hatred has been the solution since the French Revolution. And consequently, the planet is in crisis and humanity is in mortal danger. And what we also notice from Extinction Rebellion's email is that they haven't grasped the fact that the present situation on Earth benefits nobody. Nobody is going to gain anything except an early grave. And it doesn't matter how rich you are. Nobody is going to win this one. And I saw this on a banner in a window in my village this Christmas. They thought they'd buried us. They didn't know we were seeds. How menacing is that little word, they? They thought they'd buried us. In it, that little word, is gulag and concentration camp. The habit of hatred. In the chaos following the end of the patriarchal age, self-appointed revolutionary elites, nests of nerds, have arisen, each of which has announced with messianic fury that they are the chosen ones who will lead mankind to secular paradise. And all that needs doing is the elimination of the wicked. Kill the greedy, and we will all have bread. Three of these elites, Nazism, Communism and Liberalism, have fallen into the power vacuum left by the fall of traditional authority. Their one contribution to human history has been the multitudes of their murderings. Nerds do not make Napoleons. Enough of timid, murderous, semi-educated nerds. Back to love and the two teachings of the old religions. Man, know thyself, and cease to sin before you damn another's sin. But hate is easier. And make no mistake about pity for victim. Is it pity for victim? Is it love of the victim, or an opportunity to hate the villain? Test. Easy. When the villain is the victim, do you still pity the victim? Until the young recognize their hatred and let it go, until they repudiate revolution, until they regain goodwill, they will not see that the global crisis is not a conspiracy, it is a madness, and as such is a threat to their very lives. And only then will they do what we should have done decades ago, fight for their lives. They need attack no one. The mad, the earth killers, will attack them. Choose their earth and guard it, as the Archangel Michael guards with flaming sword the gates of heaven, so that Satan and all his legions of extinction shall not prevail. Who says the planet is sick? I do. Who told me? Scientists told me. No, not cranks. I didn't say cranks. I said scientists told me that the planet is sick. No, not global conspirators, global eco-conspirators. I didn't say global eco-conspirators told me that the planet is sick. Scientists told me. Who told me that millions of species are perishing in a mass extinction event? No, not cranks. Not global animal rights conspirators. Scientists told me. And it is only the psychosis of denial that denies it. Who is the enemy of the planet? Who is the enemy of species? You are. Who is the enemy of human survival? You are. Who is the enemy of your own survival? You are. Until you are green racist, that is. Green racist is you reborn. Until then you are no longer human. You are mutant. You are bent Nazi, and you are economic man. Never mind capitalism, never mind global capitalism. It is economy itself, the whole fatal package founded on usury, that is the mutation not selected for survival. What is economy? First, there is subsistence, whereby the human supplies his own needs. This is real independence, biological independence. Biological independence is sanity. Second, there is exchange, whereby independent humans exchange food. Third, there is barter, whereby humans exchange the means of food production, tools, etc., for food. Fourth, there is trade, whereby humans exchange toys for food. Fifth, there is economy, whereby humans exchange toys for toys. The green racist is well aware that in economy, man has lost his biological independence, has lost his sanity, has lost his survivability. He is connected to his life by a plastic card. The green racist wants to bring humanity back down to earth. The green racist seeks the scrapping of all agendas of economy and hatred, wants to replace them with an agenda of a single word, survival, and at once brings man back to sanity. "Oh God," cries the now sane human as he looks about him, "what have we done?" But before he can get down to the undoing, he must confront the two enemies of life, the anti-racist and economic man. Home is green. The green racist guards every blade of grass of his green fields, which are not fields, are food land, are his survival land. Is it not sane to guard your survival land? But economic man is mad, is destroying it, to make toys, to exchange for toys. Economic man's addictive toys are powered by the burning of carbon. The exhaust that is released by these toys traps some of the sun's heat in the air, so that the air is slowly heating up, and eventually the planet will burn. Economic man is mad. Not a conspirator, not aiming to get something out of everybody else, just mad. The green surface of the planet, the living skin of Earth, is our survival. But the green surface of the planet, the living skin of Earth, is required by economic man for raw material and fuel for his toys, and for a floor for his playroom. He rips up the green surface, the living skin, like a starving dinosaur. Every growth of economy is the shrinkage of his green survival. Economic man is mad. He refuses to stop his destruction of our life support system, his own life support system. Why? Because he would have to let go his addiction. His addiction is economy. He can't let go his addiction. To let go economy is too terrifying, too enormous, too big for him. He is too small. Moreover, in this little man, there is a little man's obstinacy. He won't let it go. He refuses to let go his addiction. He only has his addiction. If he let economy go, what would he have left? Nothing. A vast nothing. The void. So he clings, as all addicts cling. But there's more to his refusal than mere clinging to his addiction. The earth is where life is. He has bleached life out of his house, his coffin box. Now he is bleaching it out of the earth. He is the earth killer. Ceaselessly by day and night he goes about his business. If you put an arm out to restrain him, like all cowards he turns violent. He puts you in prison. Within the trap of economy there is an inner trap, the most deadly of all the traps, the money trap. We are all trapped in it, poor and rich, pensioners and Rothschilds. All are terrified of the monster we have created, the most insatiable monster known in the universe, the eater of planets. Why? From 2026 must farmers, when they inherit their share of our foodland, find at least £200,000 cash to pay to the exchequer, because the monster must be fed. We can starve, but the monster must be fed. So he refuses to stop killing what is, of course, his own life and his children's life. Why? Finally, why? Because he hates life. Economic man hates life. The more alive it is, the more he hates it. He tolerates life only if it is a castrated slave, on a lead in a safari park or in a plastic pot on the windowsill. No, he has not got a death wish. He is doing to life what he's doing to God, doing to Dad, doing to his nation. He is punishing life. He is the life killer. The only way he can cling to life is by hating it. He hates it because it has betrayed him. He cannot forgive life for this betrayal. On behalf of all mankind, he hates it because he cannot forgive it. What betrayal? To answer that, we must go back to the start of man. we must ask the fundamental question: what is the decisive difference between the human animal and all other animals? No, not intelligence. Don't be stupid. No, not language. No, not consciousness. No, not tools. What is the difference that puts the human animal in a category all by itself? Why are other animals joyful and humans miserable, mad, and murderous? Because the human animal knows something no other animal knows. Their ignorance is their joyousness. Our knowledge is our miserableness, madness, and murderousness. We know death. We are the animal that has discovered death. Quite a shock, this discovery. More than earthquake. It changes everything. If a child woke up one night and found his mother suffocating it with a pillow, that child would have a different attitude to his mother. And we have a different attitude to life. The history of man is the attempt to deny the knowledge of death, the terrible knowledge. Everyone who is in a hurry is hurrying from death. What the terrible knowledge created was a perverted animal who seeks everywhere not for the gratification of need, but for the alleviation of dread. Safety is what he seeks. Safety is where he can forget his knowledge. And so he has perverted life. What he calls life is not death. Day is not night. Light is not dark. Food is not hunger. Freedom is not prison. Power is not impotence. Youth is not age. Health is not sickness. Hope is not despair. The death knower perverts his appetites from gratification of need to the seeking of comfort, which he never finds, because the knowledge once known cannot be unknown. But he clings to the delusion that he has found his refuge. Whatever his refuge may be, religion, money, alcohol, power, whatever it may be, if he thinks it's his refuge, he clings to it. How he clings! His knowledge of the terrible knowledge is the desperation of his desire for the refuge, which desperation is known to him as the brightness and beauty of the refuge, be it God or gold, or the liquor golden in the glass, or the golden smile of a woman. This is the meaning of addiction, not chemical, but ego. He will kill anyone who so much as casts a shadow on the brightness of his hope. So the death knower attempts to deny his death knowing. All the attempts have failed. What has science achieved? But a raped and burning planet and millions of species dead. And what is left now to us? A choice. The hatred of life, the refusal to forgive life. Life has lied to us, life has betrayed us, so life must be punished. And that is anti-racist and economic man. Anti-racist and economic man are like those kings of old, who, knowing that their death was near, hid from their despair in rage, and commanded that all their youthful slaves should go with them to the grave. And Satan is the king of these kings, is the king and God and soul of anti-racist and economic man. If I cannot live forever, I shall destroy all the works of life. So what began at the French Revolution and went on through Nazism and Communism has come at last into Liberalism, the ever more murderous hatred of the past, taking that hatred ever further back into the past. Hatred of the ancien regime and all its virtues, hatred of all the acquired continence and restraint of the past, hatred of the courage of the past, hatred of the patriarchal age, hatred of kingship, within which almost all civilization has risen as in a womb, hatred of paternalistic imperialism because it failed, and ever further back into our biological past, hatred of our evolved nature that we are not bonobo, hatred of God for not existing, hatred of all the perfect solutions to the knowledge of death because they were not perfect, hatred of life because we must die. The fundamental nature of all that lives is that life flows on. There has been no break in the flow since the beginning. See that sparrow dishevelled and panting in the summer twilight. He is dishevelled and panting because he has been feeding his young. And so he is true to his nature, true to the flow, the veneration of life. Then see anti-racist and economic man, and see the refuser, the hater, the dead end, the dry river, the death of life. But I said a choice. The green racist regains the sparrow's faith, returns to his human animal nature, true to the flow, the veneration of life. And he does this because of direst survival necessity. He has forgiven life. He has accepted the fact. And in him man at last assumes the meaning of his evolution, assumes the lordship of earth, the naturally selected guardian of the life of earth, the lonely father strong to save, and love comes home.